And looking forward, I mean, we have been a little more than 100 days in office, but we look forward to be working with President Trump for the next 5 years. So I think that would be very good for
I
us.
think you want to say longer than that. Tell them a little bit longer, they'll love that. That'll be breaking news.
I'm only gonna be for 5 years. You would need to talk with the next president.
Yes.
So we're very happy to be here, and we're hoping that this meeting will only strengthen our relationship even more. And I think it will, because President Trump is very nice and cool, and I'm nice and cool too. So we both use Twitter a lot, so we'll get along. And we're very honored. We're very honored.
Well, it's our honor. Thank you very much. And we're working together very well. And the relationship's been excellent. Mr. Secretary, would you like to say something?
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, President Bukele. It's been a tremendous partnership for the first 100 days you've had in office with all of your team, Minister Hill, Minister Rivas, your security minister, and I really see the advances that you're making on ending forced migration as very productive for the region, and we'll be there alongside supporting you. Thank you.
And I think importantly, we met with Honduras, as you know, and we also had meetings previous to this, but with Guatemala, and had tremendously successful meetings. We also signed agreements with them, cooperation agreements. Some people use different terms, but we use the word cooperation agreement, and at the highest strength, and yours also, and that's good for all of us. It's really good for all of us. Mexico has been fantastic on the border. Today we have 27,000 soldiers. The numbers are way down. What are the numbers you were just telling me?
Yeah, we're going to drop again this month. Mr. President, will be over 60% reduction from the peak in May, and from Central America, it'll be closer to 75 or 80% reduction.
Yeah, about an 80%. I heard that before, 81%. The catch and release is gone as of almost now. There won't be catch and release. We're not releasing anybody into the country. And especially we focus on the bad ones, but the bad ones get taken out. We're removing them from our country. We're moving them fast, and they are the ones that go first. You might want to discuss that a little bit. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So we announced the end of the court-mandated catch and release of families from Central America. We've been able to do that because of our partnerships with the region, like with El Salvador, on streamlining repatriation for those that don't claim asylum, and working with Mexico through the migrant protection protocol for families if they do claim asylum, so they can get an expedited court hearing. And that's been a very productive approach. We've reduced the overall flow. We're taking profits away from criminal smugglers, and we're making great progress with our international partners under your leadership.
And Mexico, frankly, is doing a great job with respect to the cartels by having 27,000 soldiers on our border. They're decimating a lot of the cartels that were just freely coming in. There's so many people now. There's so many bodies and really strong, tough, hardened soldiers there that it's very hard for the cartels to break through. And a lot of bad word. If you have a cartel, it has not been a good situation for you. So Mexico really is doing themselves a big favor too. But the president of Mexico has been outstanding in working with all of us, really, I think, and we're very happy. The people that aren't working with us are the Democrats. The Democrats in Congress are a disaster. We could solve so many more problems with the loopholes, which could be done literally in 15, I always say it, 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 if we're a little bit slower. But we could solve the loophole problem in a short period of time. Despite that, and we have asylum also, which we could solve immediately, but we've sort of solved asylum by going through different countries. Can you believe it? Where we go to El Salvador, Honduras, we go to Mexico, we go to Guatemala to solve problems of asylum, because we can't go to the United States Congress because the Democrats are playing games. They don't have any time to do anything else. They don't have time to do gun safety. They don't have time to do infrastructure. They have time to do nothing else. I'll tell you what, a lot of people are very angry at what's going on. They view it as, you could never use the word joke because it's too serious, but they view it as something that should never take place. They're never going to see anything done with this group in Congress, the Democrats. And that's why I really think the Republicans will take over the House. We might even increase in the Senate, and we'll keep the presidency, and we'll do something that, like this country has never seen before. But Nancy Pelosi has been taken over by the radical left. I watched it, I just find it hard to believe, but she's been totally taken over by the radical left, and she does exactly as they want her to do. And a lot of her members now are having second thoughts. They're saying they're in a very bad position. They're in a very bad position. We were just with the president, the new president of Ukraine, and it was a fantastic meeting. He said, no pressure, no nothing. It's all a hoax. I call it the hoax. And this is just a continuation of the witch hunt. And that's all faded, that's all gone. And they had to come up with something else. The same players, Adam Schiff, Nadler, all the same players. But now Nancy Pelosi was forced into a position that she didn't want to be in. And unfortunately, she wasn't tough enough to stop it. So thank you very much, everybody. I think we're going to be doing a news conference in a little while. And that'll be the end. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. President, sir, did you direct your Attorney General to investigate anything about the Biden, sir? Mr. President, do you believe impeachment will help you politically? Mr. President, have you had any further conversations with Speaker Pelosi? Okay, come here.
Watch your foot.
Thank you. Right this way, please. Thank you. Thank you.